Alexa, stop music. Hello. Let me get this angle sorted a little bit. If I sit back. Yeah. Oh, dearie me. This bloody thing's so flimsy. That'll have to do. Let's have a look at this lighting. A bit lighter. That'll do. Let's get my laptop. If anyone's here, do be saying hi. Oh, hello, Richard and Scott. Hi. I'm just going to find myself on my laptop. And we've got Joss here. Yes, I'm glad you could make it, Joss. Okay, that's on silent. That's good. Your channel. We've got Heather, Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Heather. And let's have a little look-see. And we've got Brandon's here. Hi. We've got Liz. Hello, Liz. And we've got Arlise from the Curious Perfumer. Hello. Just loved your video, Arlise. I always have to correct myself. Hey, John. John Snow's here as well. Loved your video, Arlise. Arlise has just done a video on salty perfumes and it was really good. What I loved was the way you described every perfume. So it's a list video, but you went into the details of the perfume really nicely, in depth. Every perfume you kind of, it was like a mini review. It was brilliant, and a load of perfumes that I've never tried or heard of as well. So I really recommend everyone to go and check out that video from the Curious Perfumer, and if you're not subscribed to her then you really should, because she's so nice to listen to. She's really relaxing as well. Let's say hello to everyone else. Peter's here. Hi, Peter. And who else have we got? Deanna. Hi, Deanna. And Tim Wilcox is here. Wow, lots and lots and lots of people already. That's good. I've got loads of perfumes here for this tag video. I've been meaning to do it, but tag videos can sometimes be a bit of work because you've got this list and I haven't got a printer. If I was at work, I'd probably just print the list off at work. So the lazy bitch in me doesn't want to write everything out, but actually it really was quite simple. It wasn't that hard. So I've kind of been dawdling on this one, which is the fragrance tag collection video started by Joss, and Joss has adapted it from a makeup tag video that was going around on eyeshadow palette. So Joss has adapted that list tag video to work with perfumes, which I think is really, really fun. And I've watched a few of the other videos now that have been done. I want to give a shout out to someone I've been watching lately who I really enjoy. So another YouTuber who is, I think, really, really good, and that is Gabby Loves Perfume. Has anyone seen her videos? She's just hit 1,000 subscribers and she's got this attitude. So if you watch Mila LeBlanc, she's also from Eastern Europe. I'm not entirely sure where, but she's got that attitude. She's absolutely stunning to look at. And she did this tag video and she tells it like it is. So sometimes these fragrances get hyped around a lot of the sort of the female reviewers that talk about more sort of designer fragrances and celebrity fragrances. I've got into watching them a lot lately, and they all seem to like get on I guess they all watch each other and then buy the things that get a bit hyped. And Gabby Loves Perfumes obviously bought some things because of the reviews that are going around, and she really tells it like it is and can go on little rants here and there, which is brilliant. But she's really good, really entertaining to watch, great personality that really comes out on the video. So I urge you to also go and check out Gabby Loves Perfume, and she has done this tag video and she did a really nice job, and she just looks beautiful. Her makeup is stunning. It's not like full on over the top crazy stuff. It's not heavy, but there's something about how she does the makeup. I just die, like I just love to look like her. But then she's about 50 years younger than me, so there you go. Right, let's have a little look, see who is talking to me at the moment. Robert Crawford. Hi, Robert. He says, evening troops, evening to everybody. Claire looking lovely as ever. Mwah. Thank you very much, Robert. So Robert messaged me earlier and said, you doing a live today or soon? So I said, yeah, I think I'm going to do one tonight. And yeah, there we go. So here we are. We've got, I saw Jimbo's here. And we've got Luke is Poe. And Rich Mitch is here as well. Hi Ducky, eating pizza, you lucky git. And make your life easier. Hi Smurfy, Kim here from Japan. Please review Toy Boy. Okay, I haven't got that. I haven't tried that. If I can get a sample, I will do that. Oh, we've got Barry here. I think that means Centralised is here. I haven't seen your comment, Barry. I must have missed it, but someone's saying hi, Barry. So I assume then that you are in the room. And Think Pink we have here, and Valerie. Wow, well, this is amazing. We've already got 34 people and we are only a few minutes in. So that is awesome. So let's all start off then with drinks and snacks of the night. I'm on the usual. You don't really need me to tell you anymore. It's always the same. Vodka and Diet Coke. Let me know what you're eating, what you're drinking. Richard's already said he's on the pizza. What else have we got? What snacks, what food, what drinks? Or what you're smoking, or what you're putting up your noses. I'm only kidding. I do not condone that kind of behaviour anymore. So, fragrance tag video. I may as well just kind of get straight into it. All share your scent, of course, of the day and night, whatever, as I like to say. So share your food, share your scents. My face is still itchy and I still have skin problems. I like to tell you all about my skin problems. It's getting better, but I did have a problem with my eyelids. They inflamed and went all weepy and horrible, so I'm now on medication for it, some sort of allergy meds, and it's taken a little while. I'm on about day 5 and it seemed to start to kick in yesterday, so my eyelids were all wet and red and itchy, but my face is still got lumps and bumps. You can't see it luckily on the camera. It's not too bad to look at. It's just, it gets itchy and bothersome, and I can't really wear makeup. I've got a tiny bit of powder on just because my face is a bit red today. Right, let's see what you're all drinking and eating, and then I will start doing this video. So Arlise is drinking coffee. I love coffee. I've only had 2 today, so that's actually really good for me. John says, so popular, Claire. Oh, aren't I? Yes. John's got tea and strawberry laces. Oh, love them strawberry laces. Are they the ones that are just pure like red licorice, or are they the ones that have got a white thing going through the middle? I like the ones with the white stuff in the middle. Just saying. Or are they the ones, because you've got the shiny ones, you've also got the ones that are covered in like a sour sugar, and I like those ones too. Heather. Heather's got water. Deanna's making a pad thai, very nice. I've missed some comments, I do apologise. And Tim is wearing Toro Loco, $3.79 from Aldi. Best, oh, wearing, drinking a red wine from Aldi. Valerie B, drinking vanilla latte, yum. And Joss is on her 3rd scent of the day, Lalique L'Amour. I haven't tried that one. No, I haven't. I'm really curious about a couple of Laliques. The Amethyst one seems to be getting a lot of love. a very like a multiple berry perfume, so I kind of fancy trying that at some point. Sybil says it's afternoon, not eating at the moment. I'm wearing Umbra Precious, pretty much my new signature. Umbra Precious. Remind me who that's by, Sybil. Right, so Luke has obviously said something funny because everyone's laughing at him, so I need to go find this comment from Luke. Let's find it. What's he saying? I can't find it. I can't find it. Come on. Where is it? Oh, here we go. My meth guy finally opened back up for business. Okay, I get it. Oh, it's good though, like people can get back to business now, isn't it? Jimbo says, hope he's wearing a mask, Luke. Right, okay, that's good. Now I know what's going on here. Brandon's going to crack a beer in a second, doing the dishes. Eric Gonzalez drinking hibiscus tea, wearing Atelier Cologne's Grande Neroli with today's 29-degree temperature in San Francisco. Wow, very nice. Keep him refreshed then. Brandon's not wearing anything at the moment, working on a summer designer list. And John's wearing L'Homme Idylle Cologne. I don't get it. Okay, I like all of the L'Homme Idylle line. But I quite like that almond thing, the sweetness and the softness of it, the transparency of it. Heather said I could get a Pepsi Max Zero, can't be bothered, fair enough. And Sybil says that the Amber Precious is Matre Parfumé et Gentillet. Okay, I might have tried it. I think Dan had a load of travel sizes from them. Nice house, lots of nice perfumes. I really enjoy them. Just Add Light is wearing Aqua Atlantique. It's coming out of my eyes. Oh dear, that's not good. And sorry that I have to keep scratching my face. I've got this one particular lump of itch there. Robert is wearing Amouage Beach. And I was rocking it today and it's still going strong, and I'm in bed just drinking milk and a box of Jaffa Cakes. What an image! Beach Hut Man. I take it Beach Hut Man that you're talking about, Robert. JC Russell's here. Hi! And Heather, I can relate how I feel about Tahota. Tim is wearing Le Cree Parfum d'Empire every day for a week since it arrived. So good. Yeah, that was the one that got a massive thumbs up from Luca Turin. I did test it in a shop, but it wasn't long enough for me to form an opinion. I can't really remember. Sorry, I have to keep scratching my face. Try not to, but it's like... Valerie is wearing a Cheapy Philosophy Summer Dessert. Well, that sounds nice. I like the Philosophy scents. I think they're really nice. Simplistic, but really nice. Caboose Juice. Bonsoir, Clarice. My scent of the day is Lyric Man. Very nice. Soapy Rose, if I'm not mistaken. Brandon says, if you can't do chores nude, John, then what's the use of doing chores? So, John, is John nude or is Brandon nude? JC Russell, love your channel. Love you. Thank you very much. That's very kind. Luke is post says, if I can't do a chore in the buff, I simply won't do it. I think that's fair enough. John says, just watch out for anything getting caught or splashed, Brandon. Okay. Just Dead Light says, your skin is so tan, Claire. Thank you. Yeah, the sun's been out, so I've been out, and went on a bike ride as well today. Look at this fucking stupid cat. I don't know if I move. No, I'm not going to move it because then it will go all wonky and wrong. Sweetie, why'd you have to be such a pain? Wait a minute. There you go. Come on in. Right, I'll close this door because, as Rich pointed out the other day, all the bugs will come in because the lights are on, and we don't want that. Don't like that. Brandon says that's why I don't cook bacon naked anymore. This is taking a very strange turn already. Come on, look, what are we? 14 minutes in, and we're absolutely obsessed with doing chores naked. And Raj is here, the sentient man. Evening, scent of the night, eau sauvage parfum. Not sure slapping your face will help with itchiness. It does a little bit. I feel like slapping it is a little bit better than scratching it. You could take that how you want to. Robert says, the only work I do in the nude is the hoovering. John, well, you know, I can't do it naked. Tripping hazard and all that. Okay. Yes, I think that's enough. And Josh says, I'm just so impressed with so many men doing chores. Brilliant. Sal says hi, and she's wearing Prada Candy. I've got Prada Candy gloss en route from, it's coming from Italy. I purchased it on eBay, so I guess it will take a little while, but yeah, Prada Candy gloss on its way to moi. Rather excited. And Heather says there's a lot of people here. Yeah, this is unusual. Very unusual. Something's going on. Right then. Let's do this tag video. So let's have a little drink first, and I will get on with it. Okay then. I've got a list. Oh, right. Got a list. I've got a list and I'm going to use it. Don't forget to thumbs up for Claire, says Josh. Thanks everyone for the thumbs up you're about to do right now. Appreciated. Don't forget, all my AdSense goes to a rescue charity for animals based in Faversham. They're called Happy Endings. You can laugh if you want, but when I say all my AdSense, it's not a lot. The last payment I gave them, or the very first payment I gave them, was £69, but still, so it's kind of funny really. It's called Happy Endings and it was £69. I reckon the next one will be better and bigger. So if you find the adverts in this video, if you're watching it live, I don't think you get any adverts until if you watch it back. There will be some throughout. But please know that it's not for me. The money's going to help animals. So just getting that out there. So please share the video and stuff as well. Da Vinci's Alchemist, Brandon says, we've all gathered here to give Barry an intervention for frag buying here. Barry's been on a bit of a buying binge, I think. Heather says, some twat put thumbs down. Doesn't matter. Oh, thank you, Scott. And anything, so Scott's done a super chat. If you do a super chat, that goes into the same place as AdSense, and it will all go to Happy Endings. So thank you very much, Scott. Much appreciated. Right, so let's do this video. Let's get on with it. So this is a brilliant idea by Joss, and let's do it. So the first question, newest fragrance in your collection. Okay then. Where is it? Here it is. It's missing a lid. It's Daisy, Oh So Fresh, Sunshine, partial bottle off eBay. I paid about £15 for it. I was curious. It's supposed to have pear in the top notes. I used to love the original Oh So Fresh before I got into frags proper. Oh So Fresh was a signature for me for a couple of years. It's super pretty fragrance. So when I heard there's pear in there, I decided to blind buy it. It's I think it's discontinued now, but let's give it a little spray. It's fresh, smooth kind of citrus with the pear's there, but it's maybe, I think I like, when I'm looking for a pear fragrance, I actually think I want it to be with vanilla and stuff, whereas this is more of a fresh, oh sweetie, this is, what's the matter? This is more fresh, and then, oh sweetie, why do you have to do this? It's kind of like dry, a little bit dry, with some woodsiness, and it's got sweetness, but it's not coming from like a thick thing like a vanilla. I think it's coming from florals, maybe fruit. And it's got that sunshine kind of feel, a bit like Jil Sanders Sun. It's got that kind of smooth, almost like suntan lotion, but not quite thing. And it's certainly not coconutty or anything like that. Yeah, I need to explore it a little bit more. But yeah, that's my latest thing that arrived a couple of days ago. Daisy, Oh So Fresh, Sunshine. Pop that one down here. Arlise says, I love Sweetie so much. She's so special. She absolutely is special. She has special needs. Jim, got an email from Fragrance by Canada that my order's been shipped, but I've forgotten that I bought something. That's funny. I think that's happening at the moment to a lot of us. Like, I can't remember exactly what I'm expecting at the moment. Not a lot now. But there's like 2 or 3 things, I think. Jim says maybe I'm sleep frag buying, or yeah, maybe, or are you under the influence? Hilary, I got my shipping notice today too. Hilary's definitely got a bit of a buying thing going on right now. And Arlise is bidding on half a bottle of My Insolence right now. Hope I get it. Oh, I've got one here. I'm going to talk about that in a little while. Right, I'm going to move on to the next fragrance. And this is the oldest bottle in your collection. So I wasn't entirely sure if that meant the bottle itself is super old, or it's the one you've had the longest, or if the fragrance was launched furthest back in history. So I thought I don't actually care what I'm supposed to be doing, and I just picked what I believe to be the oldest thing I've got, in terms of, I haven't had it that long, but I think this is a vintage formulation, not original, but a further back vintage formulation of Poison EDT, which I got off eBay a little while ago. It's an incense plum fragrance. It's like powerhouse, tuberose as well. It's a powerhouse, rich, I think very unisex fragrance. So I'd say that's the oldest thing that I've got. Let's pop that one down there. Sweetie, what are you doing? She's just knocked she's sitting over there, and she's just knocked 2 hair clips off the top. Because that's what cats do, isn't it? Oh, is Lizzie here? Yes, she is. Lizzie's here. Hi, Lizzie. And Arlise says I go way back with Poison. And Tim says, ooh, vintage Poison. Right then, I'm going to move on to the next one. So expensive, most expensive one. So this is a fun one, isn't it? So this is like confession time. I don't think, I've seen worse, so mine's not as bad as I've seen, and I will explain how I justified it. So I've actually got 2 that are exactly the same cost. So this one is my Iris Ganache from Guerlain, and I think it was 340 euros for 125 ml. I split the bottle, so I sold about half the bottle, if not a little bit more. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's only that much left, but I've got some in my travel atomizer, probably about 10 mils in my travel atomizer. But yeah, I love this one. It's beautiful. There's a touch of bergamot in the opening, but it's not about that. There's like a chocolatey feel to it. It's rich, it's got some cinnamon, it's a little bit spicy, and for me the main star of the show is probably the vanilla. You get a lot of vanilla, but it's very syrupy, and I think it's quite similar to Whispers in the Library, actually, from Maison Martin Margiela. I get similarities. It's not the same, but I get similarities. It's got that kind of spicy sweetness to it. So Iris Ganache. The other one that I paid exactly the same for, what's that on my hand? I don't know what that is. The other one is called Le Plus Beau Jour de ma Vie, and that's I've got that in a pink bottle, and I did the same. I sold about half of it. They're both from Paris. This one was someone went on my behalf to the store in Paris because I don't even know if it's available anymore. You could only get it from the store in Paris and they wouldn't ship it to you. So a really kind person, one of the fragrance groups, went to the store and got it for me and shipped it to me. So that is Iris Ganache. And then Le Plus Beau Jour de ma Vie I bought on a trip to Paris myself a year or two ago. And yeah, love it. Love it. Right, I need a drink. Talk amongst yourselves. Right, let's have a little look at your comments then. Barry says, have the UK folks seen that Essential have 25% off at the moment? No. So Essential, I think it's .co.uk, brilliant website. I've used them quite a lot, and they every now and then they do these 25% off. The code is usually advertised on the website, and I like that website. I don't know if there's anything I'm particularly needing to buy, but thanks for letting us know, Barry. And John says, Barry, stop enabling us all. Cheers for letting us know. Rachel Grigg is here. Hi, Rachel. Lucas Post says, Barry's got a taste for it now. Jim says, you're right, John. I think Barry is making us all subliminally buy. Lucas Post says, love whispers in the library. Might pull a Barry and pick up a bottle soon. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the best things I've bought this year, without a shadow, and that can be blamed on Lizzie. Lizzie made me buy it. Barry says, oi, Mr. Chest Grabber. Not entirely sure what that's all about. Brandon says, I've been thinking of getting Poison, Claire. I have a clone and I like it. Do you have a suggestion for it, flanker or original? Well, they're so different. So the original Poison is loud and plummy. I think if you like to say Tom Ford's Black Orchid, it's not similar, but it's ballpark. It's like it's loud and it's rich and it's fruity and floral, but in quite a masculine way. The flankers though are completely different. So Hypnotic Poison is basically, it's like an almond, I think it's orange blossom, quite gourmand, very vanilla, rich, sweet fragrance. And then the more harder to find ones are your Tender Poison, which I think is, if my mum had that, me and my brother bought my mum a bottle of that many years ago. I think it's kind of a fresher green type version. The Pure Poison is nothing like any of them. It's like a sharp, clean, virgin on sterile kind of white floral fragrance. I don't particularly enjoy it. I don't dislike it. It's very cold. It's not warm at all. So they're all very different. The other option, if you're really into like proper Poison, is to go for the, what's it called? The Elixir. It's like a stronger version. And when I smelt that one, that reminded me of my mum, because my mum used to wear Poison as well. And it was that Poison down there didn't remind me of her the way that the miniature I've got of the, I think it's Elixir. Someone correct me on what the stronger Poison is. I'm not sure if it's Elixir, but it's going to be a lot more expensive and a lot more difficult to find. But I think it's more interesting and probably leans a touch more masculine. Okay, so for some reason I see the word jizzer in amongst the comments. Heather says she's done. No more buying perfume. No more perfume. Lucas post says, my Mr. Chest Grabber is a superhero, allegedly. I wouldn't know. Barry says you need to watch Luke's latest video to get that. Okay, yeah, I've got some catching up to do, Luke. Jim, it's one of those quaint Britishisms, Josh. Oh, so you're explaining how we call Barry Bazza. Yeah. Yeah, us Brits will change everybody's name. If it's more than one syllable, we will change it. Not necessarily shorten it, but we'll change it. Heather's staring at 3 unopened bottles now. Oh, I see. Jizzer is what we could call Jim. I'm not sure he would like that. No. Jizzer. Well, that's like how everyone calls Jeremy Fragrance Jezza, don't they? Same thing. Heather says Scott influenced my best blind buy to date. Rosh Hasman. Oh, that's interesting. Max Testy, have you tried any from Paris Monte Carlo? Yes. What did I like? Did they do the Ylang Ylang Nosy Bee? Because that was nice, but I felt it was a bit short-lived and a little bit linear. And I really like their chocolate one. I think it's Aztec chocolate. Really musky and sexy. It's not my usual thing because it's actually not that sweet and not that gourmand despite the name. But there's something really sexy about it. Almost like in a Le Male kind of way. Like it feels like I don't know if it's cardamom or Artemisia. It's one of those things that's sexy and effusive. Luke says, I'd rather be a Hev than a Jizzer. Okay then, so what can we call Luke? Lizza. Lizza. That doesn't really work. No. Okay, right, let's do another fragrance. Where are we at? We've done most expensive. Let's do most affordable. I don't have it here. I actually lent this one to Dan because he was doing a video on affordable fragrances. And I said, consider using that one. And it's one I've just bought recently. It's by Katy Perry, the singer. So it's a celebrity scent. It cost me all of £8 delivered. And it's called Indie. And when I smelt it, it reminded me a little bit of Sarah Jessica Parker's Stash, but lighter, not as heavy on, you know how it's kind of like a heavy coconut vetiver kind of fragrance, very woody. This is a lighter version, and then it kind of transformed, and it's basically Santal 33 type clone. It's really nice actually. I haven't properly tested it, I just let Dan take it. But yeah, that's my most affordable, £8 delivered, Katy Perry Indie, and actually it's pretty good. So if you're looking for a Santal 33 clone, it's worth a go. So we've got some names that we could give to Luke. Lucas, Lukey Thar, Lukey. Luke says none of these are officially recognised nicknames. Okay. Heather says Luke Duke. Jim's asking what his middle name is, and he says it's Handsome. Okay. Right then, I'm going to get on with the next frag. So the next one is Easy Reach. What's your most easy reach perfume? Mine is, I found this one a bit difficult because quite a lot of my perfumes could be considered easy reach because they're just versatile, very likable. But what do I reach for if I can't think? If I don't have time to think, what would I reach for? And I decided that it's this one here. It's Montgalant Eau de Parfum Intense, and this one I've worn quite a lot to bed because it's really calming. It's got lavender in it, loads of vanilla. To me it smells a little bit like salty sweetness. It's like salty and sweet, but it's very, very likable, and you could wear it anytime, any place, anywhere, and you just know that you're not going to offend anyone, and it works in all weathers, and I just like that, and I think it's just super, super easy to like. So that's why Montguerlain Eau de Parfum Intense is my easy reach fragrance. It's good. It's good. Let's pop that one out the way. I think I need another drink. Oh no, I've got a little bit left. I've got a little bit left. Scott says puke is low for Lucas Poe. That works. And Luke says he regrets this live stream. Oh, shame. Scott says poke his loo. Scott says could do anagrams. Joss says I'm loving your pics, Claire. Thank you very much. Valerie, yes, I wear it to bed, but the Sensual Flanker, I love it. I don't think I've tried that one. There's quite a few flankers I've not really tried from the range. Jimbo loves Montguerlain Intense. John says this is all we do at school, Luke, we are pros. Eve Spider Smells, hello, she says hi Claire and everyone. Eve, loved your last video, really enjoyed that. If you don't know, Eve's got a channel, go check her out, go subscribe, go watch her videos. She's lovely, she's calm, she's just very calm. I like calm people, that's my thing. I mean, that's my vibe, that's how I enjoy watching videos of calm people. So Eve, that's why I love Eve, Joss, Arlise, Lizzie. I really like the calm vibe, you know. I do watch more lively people too, but for the most part I really like a nice calm video, and Eve does calm very well. Brandon's been wanting to check out Montguerlain. Yes, you definitely should. Barry said he watched her video yesterday. Tim says, I have a free Montguerlain candle, should I light it? I reckon I've got the same one. It's about that big. Oh, I think do they call them bogey candles? Yeah, I've got one right just around there. I've never lit in it. Lit in it? That's not the word, is it? I've never lighted it. Is that even the right word? I haven't lighted it. It's not been lit. I didn't light it yet. I'm not entirely sure how to say that. But yes, it's unused. Same thing. I don't know why I've not used it. Maybe because it's posh. It's too nice to use, so it sits there unused and you don't get the benefit of it, do you? Eve says she thinks she's calm on camera. In real life it's a different story. That's really hard to believe. Joss says, I loved your video, Eve. I think I was putting on makeup and then forgot to like and comment. Tara Scott says, FYI, I'm watching. I can't control the comments and hold a drink, so let's just drink the drink. Okay, let's have a little look. Right, so Tara Scott says, I'm watching but trying to multitask, so thank you for reading others' comments. It's nice to hear what everyone has to say. Thank you, Tara. So it's nice that's appreciated. I do try. Can't read everything, but I try my bestest. Lucas Post says, get lit, Claire. Everyone's saying lit, so it's not been lit yet. It's not been lit yet. Tim's gonna light it. No, wait, Tim, we'll light it together. 1 second, come on, let's do this. Sorry, everyone. Right, I'm gonna go and get my candle if I can find it. Let's do this. Where is it? There it is. Right, Tim, tell me when you've got it, and we're going to literally do it. Like, we're going to... Hello, sweetie. We're going to do it together, all right? So, is it that? I got it as a freebie with, I think it was probably one of those expensive purchases. Yeah, it was the Le Plus Beau Jour de ma vie, I think. Right. Okay. Joss says, I just got Lelique L'Amour recently and the dry down's given me poison vibes. Anyone else have that experience? And it looks like Arlise is going to be tempted to buy that now. So Tim, just shout. Oh, here we are. Just give me a sec. Got the candle, but I need a light. I got a light. Have you got a light, boy? Ovaltine light. See, my candle's been sat there gathering dust for so long. You can't really see. It's a bit dirty. Ooh. So I've had it ages. Not much scent to it at the moment. This is fun. We're just gonna like have a mutual candle lighting situation. But why not? Lukey's post says, you know what they say about dirty candles? No, I don't. What do they say about dirty candles, Luke? Can I just call you Luke? Unclean wicks and stuff. Okay. You have to be careful when you dip your wick. Make sure it's clean afterwards. Barry says, Claw, keep the alcohol away from the fire. Arlise says, are those eyes on the back of that chair? What, this? They're roses. No, there might be tulips. I think they're tulips, if that's what you mean. Right, ready, go. Hang on. Right, wait. Tim, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's light our candles together. Here we go. We have flame. How do you feel about that, Tim? I have to say, I'm very excited. I can smell candle. I can smell wick. Eric says, exciting pyrotechnics. Luke says, this is so romantic, isn't it? It's not giving off any scent. I've had it too long. It's probably like completely, all the scents just evaded it now. All I smell is flame. Can you smell anything, Tim? Tim says, this is my first scented candle. No way. Well, you're starting strong with a Guerlain candle. My gosh. Most of mine are cheap. Well, I say that. I don't really like the super cheap ones. Is it candle all right with perfume? Probably not. I don't really like the super cheap ones from supermarkets. I like the kind of like the next step up. Like Yankee candles can be a bit, I don't know. I like, there's a British company called Lily Flame. They're probably my favourite and they're not too expensive. They do one called Fairy Dust and it's really lovely. It's kind of something like clean linen, talcum powder, I don't know, it's not soap, but it's really nice, it's really good. Jim, this might turn into a science experiment. Tim says, it is, you can't sniff it or it burns your nose off. You don't get it too close to your nose. Eve says, I think Yankee candles are too strong for me. I wonder how the Guerlain one is like. And Raj says, Guerlain candles are great. Peter says, Freddie Mail candles if you're feeling spendy. Or I don't think I could spend that much on a candle. Not on something that's just going to get burnt. I don't think I could. I've never bought a diptyque candle either and they get a lot of love. I'm getting a bit of fragrance now. It doesn't really smell like Mont Guerlain at the moment, but it does smell nice. So yeah, we'll pop that back there. Barry says we have a nice Jo Malone one. Very nice. Jim says Diptyque's supposed to be good. Deanna says, do you use incense? If so, which one? Do you want me to show you my favourite one? I'm gonna have to, I'll tell you what, I need to make a drink anyway. So if you want to talk amongst yourselves, I'll get my favourite incense. One sec, sorry. Oh, not the best hostess today, but you know, trying. I'm about to bring the drink over. Or not, no. No. Sweetie, can I close this door? Because I don't want buggies to come in. You can just sit there, alright? Right. Okay then. So, incense. This is my favourite incense. I haven't tried any other flavours from this brand, but this was recommended to me in a fragrance group. Sorry. So the brand is Kyouragi, I think. It's just rose. It's just called rose. Oh, it's Nippon Kodo. Nipple Kodo. I don't know. Nipple Kodo. And they're only small, so they're not as big as those ones that come on like wooden sticks. But this gives off a real beautiful scent of rose, and the smell's not covered up by its own smoke, which I get with a lot of incense. The smoke itself is it's just smoke with a hint of scent, whereas this actually gives off a really beautiful rose scent. It's amazing. So I really like these. They're a little bit more expensive than I would normally buy, but they are beautiful. I kind of like, I don't do them all the time. It's like a treat. Cheers, everyone. So I suppose I should get on with this tag video thing. So a little look-see. Heather says she's got Bath and Body Works candles. Lizzie says violet's still my fave incense. I've never smelled a violet fragrance as good as that incense. And Scott can't use candles because of the bloody cats. Luke, I don't know why you guys just don't use electricity. We don't have electricity over here, Luke. John says get them from lots of weird little shops, and that basically everywhere I go. Peter says Bays from Diptyque is lovely. Jim says, yeah, cats and fire don't mix. Sweet is alright generally with candles. Deanna's got some Bacour off Etsy. I'd like to try that. I saw in My World of Fragrance, she bought one of those Bacour burners and some special Bacour when she was in Dubai, and looks amazing. And then like they kind of like scent themselves with it, like they scent their clothes with the smoke. Sounds brilliant. I'd like to try that. And Eve says, oh, I like that one, Claire. I like that one at home. Oh, okay, cool. You've got them too. Tim says, oh, it's getting good. Oh, is it? Let's have a whiff. Oh, yeah. I'm getting more of the vanilla and only a hint of the lavender. But now it does smell like a relative of Montgalan. Yeah, it's nice. John says, come on, Luke, this is UK. We don't know what electric witchcraft is yet. Rose and Jones. Lizzie says, what are those rose incense sticks called? I'm not good at I think, write down this word, Kayuragi, so it's Kayuragi. I think that's like a subcategory. I don't think that's the brand name, but I think if you look it up, you should find it. I think the brand is Nippon, which I think is the word for Japan anyway, Nippon, Kodo, Kodo. So I think the brand is Kodo, and then the range is Kayuragi, and then this one is Rose. I think you'll like these. I can't remember how much they are. They're not mega pricey, but they're not cheap. Somewhere between 10 and 20 quid for that. Probably midway, which I think you'll find is 50, but I didn't do great at maths, so could be wrong. So Scott uses an electric atomizer with oils. I've got one of those, and it's like it was a novelty, and I got put away out the way, and yeah, don't get used anymore. And Joss says, I just lit my sparkling clementine candle from Ulta. If you've got candles, guys, light them now. This is a call to action. Light your candles, and let's all light our candles. Not necessarily keeping up with some of this conversation. Tim says his candle's mostly vanilla. Yes, no lavender at all. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's just a tiny, maybe a tiny hint of lavender, but that might be because of the association. I'm sort of so familiar with the fragrance that I think I smell lavender because I know that it's there. Who knows? Raj says Holland and Barrett stock incense stick brand called Maroma. Frankincense is my favourite. I did buy something from them. I just didn't particularly like it, but I can't remember which flavour it was now. Jim says, I guess in the winter you can just spray perfume on the radiator. I've done that quite recently actually. I just sprayed my radiator with loads of perfume. Didn't really do much. Brandon says, all right Claire, I have a bourbon vanilla candle from Alchemy. Just lit it. Brilliant. Who else is, tell me what candles you're lighting, guys. Come on. Share. Let's all light our candles, but don't leave them. Don't go to bed and leave them lit, because that's irresponsible. I've never done that. Ever. Yeah. Don't do that. When you light candles, don't forget. They're lit. Lit. That's the word. Jim's not a candle guy. Jimbo, you not got no candles, Jim. Truth Within, DW Home White Rose Candle and Scent of the Night Mont Galant. Very nice. Brilliant. John's got a Vicks candle. Yeah, just really? I mean, just light it, John. Yes. Okay, right. Shall I move on to the next fragrance? Because this is a tag video and I'm supposed to be talking about stuff. Where did we get to? Easy Reach was Mont Galant. Then we got distracted with the candles. Right. So, oh, fucking itchy face. The best bottle design. Here we go. There's a few in my collection I really love, but I think this one pips them all to the post. So this is Dendera from Centauri Perfumes. You all know who the perfume is. There's a nice fingerprint on there. These bottles are stunning. I really love the Proxima bottle, but the scent is not a love for me. I like it, but it's not a love. So I'm not going to buy it just because I love the bottle, but that beautiful royal blue is something else, like a sapphire. But yeah, this bottle is, look at that. I mean, all of that's like a plaque with raised bits on it. That lid, And the colour, I mean, come on, what's not to love? Look at that, look at that. So yeah, that's my favourite bottle design. And I'm going to tell you how it smells, because yeah. So this is peppery. It's peppery and spicy. It's dry spices. To me, it's like you took a load of spices and you roasted them in the oven, so they're dry and smoky. And you've got incense going. And I can't even remember the rest of how this one goes, but there's a bit of rose in there, and there is a tiny bit of vanilla. I actually quite often, if I do wear this, and I haven't worn it for a while because it's been really hot and it just doesn't lend itself to the heat, but when I wear it, I often will layer it, so not on top of anything, but I'll wear like Dendera there, and I might wear, say, Whispers in the Library here, something vanilla-y, or sometimes something Soliflor Rose, like Elie Saab Rose #1. So I'd wear that in one spot, and Dendera, I wear less of the Dendera because it's super, super concentrated, and more of either Whispers in the Library or Elie Saab Rose. Amazing, because it gives me that extra bit of sweetness that I kind of need from fragrances. But I really love that. I love the way it smells. I got a really quite a strong compliment wearing that from an Uber driver in Madeira in January. And yeah, I got in the, I'd already been out, I'd eaten my dinner in a restaurant, and then I got the Uber to the pub I wanted to go to, and he said, "You smell amazing." He was really full on, like, "Wow, you smell amazing." And I was wearing Dendera, so there you go. So you'd think it's not necessarily a people pleaser because it is very spicy and smoky, but actually this Uber driver clearly had amazing taste. Okay, let's have a little catch up with you lot. And we've got some new people, I think. Oh, we've got David May, Mavid Day is in the house. And is anyone lit? If you've lit any more candles, let me know. Light your candles, guys. We're having a candle lighting situation. Tara, took a break to light my White Barn lemon and mint leaf candle. That sounds lovely. That sounds really nice. So if you've got a candle, light it. Come on, this is what we're doing tonight. Don't know why, it's kind of gone off on a tangent, but there you go. Just trying to catch up. Jimbo says Proxima is a love for me. Joss says the cap reminds me of the Death Star from Star Wars. Love it. Yes, amazing. Hillary, back from the grocery. Did I miss anything? Oh, you missed a bit, Hillary. Have you got any candles, Hillary? You need to light a candle. Obviously keep it away from the kiddo. Yeah, Heather says light a candle, Hillary. Luke says everyone doesn't have electricity here. Jimbo says you have to light a candle if you have one, Hillary. And Rush is here. Hi Rush, nice to see you. Don't forget to light a candle if you've got one. That's what we're doing at the moment. It all started with Tim Wilcox saying that he had a Guerlain candle, Mont Guerlain, that he got for free. And I said, oh, I've got one of those. And both of us had said that we've never lit it. We've both just held on to it. So I said, come on, we'll light it together. So then we've encouraged everyone else to light a candle. So what's that song? Like a candle, like a candle. Oh yeah, that's a Vanilla Ice Baby. So yes, if you've got candles, which I'm sure you must have, I bet you've got nice candles, Rush. Holly is here. Good day, all, she says. Good day, all. We also have Benjamin from Centaur. Centaur, aka Centitar, is here. And Hillary says, wait, why is Jarl's electric out? It's not really, they're taking the piss, Hillary, because because Luke said, because we're lighting candles that we don't have electricity. But we do. We do. Tina says, hi guys, just lit pomegranate garland. That sounds nice. And Rush is lighting a tea and vetiver candle. Very nice, Rush. This is brilliant. Brendan, wax a chump like a candle. Light up a stage and wax a chump. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. I don't know. I can't remember the words now. Tim says, thank you, Claire, so much. The last time I lit a candle was when there was a power cut many years ago. Don't wait for power cuts to light candles. There's a lesson there, I think. You never know what's going to happen, so you might as well light your best candles, I guess. So I'm glad I lit mine, so thank you, Tim, because I've now lit my Mont-Galan candle. Think Pink has got a vanilla and chocolate candle. That sounds rather nice. Yeah. Hillary says that song is best sung with a ukulele. Laugh my fucking ass off. Well, Hillary, hopefully we'll be doing a live stream on Sunday, and maybe you could bring your ukulele. Or we could get you to yodel. Could you yodel Vanilla Ice Baby? Yeah, so hopefully, all being well, Hillary will be joining me for a live stream on my channel on Sunday evening. We are going to be doing a collective haul video, so we're going to be showing you everything we've bought since lockdown. So I think that's going to be quite fun, because we all know that Hillary has been on a bit of a binge. Just Jane says, I'm down for seeing and hearing some yodeling. Ice Baby. Yeah, Hillary, you're going to have to get practicing. She says, I could attempt, but I don't foresee that going well. I foresee that going very well. Yes, brilliant. Right, I'm going to move on to another fragrance. And where do we get to? Oh, I've got to show you my biggest one, my biggest bottle. And that is, it's not huge. It's Pomelo Paradis, and it's 200 millilitres. So there's my head. So it's really not that huge. I'll show it next to, let's say, oh, I can't, that candle is like getting in the way, and it's burning me every time I try and reach for a bottle. So I'll show you it next to a bottle of Zoologist. There we go. So yeah, it's not the biggest, it's not massive, but it's my biggest one. And so yeah, Pomelo Paradis. This was, for me, I was mad about this fragrance for a good couple of years, and I still really like it. I think it's a beautiful summer freshie. I don't know why, I don't really reach for it as much anymore, but it's a gorgeous, zingy, zesty grapefruit with just like a, it's got this tartness to it, so it's like the peel of the grapefruit as well as the fruit, and then it's kind of slightly sweetened, I think, a little bit sweetened, and I think there's just the tiniest hint of some woodsiness, maybe a bit of vetiver or something. It's a really lovely fragrance. I actually get quite good performance from it. A lot of people say they don't, but I could get sort of 6 hours plus from that. And yeah, it's my biggest bottle. Not that size matters, boys, all right? Promise. Heather says, do it for the people, Hillary. Jim says, wow, I only have one thing that big. Gonna share with the team, Jim? Barry says, I filmed 3 videos back to back earlier only to find my mic was rubbing. And Jim says rubbing what exactly, Barry? Oh no. Oh, that's a pain. Do you know what though? When you have to reshoot a video, I do think you do a better job second time round, because some of the things you stumble over when you first record a video, second time you'd be a bit smoother and you realise that maybe you didn't need to ramble on about this, that and the other. And I don't know, I think sometimes it actually comes, as much as it's annoying, sometimes it comes out better second time around anyway. Okay, I think we are talking about size of stuff. So I'm just going to take a little swig from my big glass. Rush says, well, Jim just instantly caught my attention. Just says, smallest bottle is the next question, right? Yes, it is. So do you want to see a little one? Oh, I'm going to burn myself again. I'm going to have to move this candle. Let's have a little sniff of the candle. Oh yeah, that's nice. I think I'm getting the lavender now. Yeah, it's clever how it smells like the perfume. Quite close to the perfume, but it does smell candly. It's got that kind of beeswaxy smell that candles have. It's really nice actually. Right, do you want to see my little one? It's tiny. There you go. It's Samsara and it's a Pure Parfum 3 milliliter bottle. This was a find from a boot fair in France. So in France, the boot fairs are amazing because the French are obviously into perfume quite heavily. There seem to be a massive amount of miniatures. So when you go around the boot fairs, so many stalls have boxes and boxes of miniatures, and they're cheap. So you buy a miniature for €1 or €2 or a whole box job lot for quite cheap. I can't remember if this, I think this is in a job lot. And I thought it was just a normal eau de parfum miniature, but someone told me no, that's actually going to be Pure Parfum, and I've seen it since on eBay and stuff, and yeah, it should be the Pure Parfum. So it's pretty cool. It smells pretty amazing, and it's tiny. It's absolutely tiny. It's rich. It's rich. I find Samsara quite soapy. My mum wears the normal, like original Samsara. It smells really lovely on my mum. Spicy yet soapy. But yeah, how cute is that? Super cute. And I got a little. It's how much have we got left? Probably just got 1 ml in there. But yeah, it's nice to have as a. I think I just got some on my little finger. It's nice. It's very grown up. Okay, so Heather says, does anyone ever want to see a little one? Not really, no. Joss says cute. Eve says that bottle is adorable. David says, wow, that is small. Jim says so cute. Holly, oh my god, so cute. David says Jim's ego is growing seeing that. Barry says, wowza, that is John's sized. Rush says, Claire is sporting a beautiful tan. I am so power, glow in the dark. Thanks. Tim says, it's a really new experience smelling something that's burning that close. Wow. I can't believe that's your first scented candle, Tim. Maybe we open up a whole new world for you. Do you know there's a candle community on YouTube? If you get into it, if you start getting into candles, it's another rabbit hole entirely. I would proceed with caution. John says fun sized. Holly says, oh no, candles are dangerous. Oh, you mean like, yeah, purchasing wise. Yeah, I had a little thing going back about 6 months or so. I just went on a bit of a mass purchasing thing and I spent hundreds of pounds on candles. It's fucking stupid. And I forget about them, forget to use them. And they're all like affordable ones. They're not particularly pricey ones. I wanted to get ones from small companies like artisan, independent companies. So that's what they are. Joe is here. Hi Joe, Scented Moments is in the house. Right then, so we're going to move on to the next perfume. Memi, that can't be right. Memory. So fragrance that has a strong scented memory. And I went with Paris. This is actually the Eau de Parfum, but I've had the Eau de Toilette, and I went with this because I definitely wore this when I was much younger. I had a miniature when I was a child, and I remember just dabbing little bits, just a tiny little bit on my wrist, and feeling all grown up, and it just felt so special. And then when I was a bit older, I had the Eau de Toilette, and I loved it then and I love it now. It's a beautiful violet perfume, violet and rose. I sprayed it on this arm actually. The Eau de Parfum is a little bit different. It's not as fresh, which you'd expect. The Eau de Toilette seems to get more love. I think more people love the Eau de Toilette, and that's the one that I've got the memories, but this is still close enough to evoke those memories. But this feels a bit richer. It feels like it has a little bit more, like a bit of vanilla in the base, whereas the Eau de Toilette doesn't. I don't remember that having any vanilla-y feels. It was just kind of like sharp, fresh and sweet violets and roses, and I guess some citruses, but it was just a magical perfume and just great memories from being young and really feeling like it smelled very special. DB70 Dave is here. Hello Dave. And Joss says, oh me too, love that one, 80s in a bottle. Yeah, but I think it's still relevant today. Like, I confidently wear that out. Excuse me, I'm belching. I'll confidently wear that out. It's a daytime perfume for me now. I mean, there was a time I absolutely happily wore this as a nighttime perfume, but now because it's kind of fresh and light, for me it's a daytime perfume, and I will confidently wear this out doing whatever I'm doing in the daytime and feel like I smell really good, and I don't feel like I smell dated, retro, vintage, granny, anything like that. I think it smells really fresh and lovely. Sorry, itchy face. Homeboy says, let's see the tan lines. I don't think I've got any because I tend to move the strap out the way. Oh, okay. Right then. Next perfume. I'm too nice, aren't I? Right. Right. What fragrance was worth the hype? So I've got two. I decided to go for one designer and one niche for this one. So designer was La Belle. Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. I've only had that less than a month and I've used that much, so I like it quite a lot. This is getting a lot of hype amongst the female reviewers. As I said, I've just got into recently watching a lot of female reviewers that talk about designer scents. And to name a few, there's Gabby Loves Perfume, there's Paulina Shah, Karina Waldron, oh, there's loads. I can't remember them all. Oh, It's MJ. I can't remember who. Quite a lot of them all have this and all love it. And I really only got into it because of the pear note. I really wanted to try it properly. I tried it in a shop, decided it was too sweet and generic, and dismissed it. But Lizzie Rosen-Jones talked about it. She reviewed it in one of her videos, and she's also mentioned it, I think, in a few list videos, and she really loved it. And I thought, I need to really try that. And it's got pear, and I'm into pear, like I need to try it. So Lizzie sent me a decant, and I was absolutely addicted to it. So I sprayed it. The first time I had the decant, I sprayed it. I thought, oh yeah, it is too sweet, just like I thought, generic. But I kept on sniffing, and I just found over a period of a few days, I kept on spraying it. I kept on thinking about it. I couldn't walk past the decant. The decant was just sat on the top down here. I kept on walking past and thinking, I want to spray that again. And then that was it. I was obsessed, and I had to buy it, and I hunted down a reasonable deal online. Got it, keep spraying it, still love it. The hype is real. This is addictive. It's quite synthetic. I think there's quite a lot of ambroxan in here. The notes officially are pear, vanilla and bergamot. Fragrantica lists vetiver, but I don't think there is any vetiver. And I did write to Jean Paul Gaultier, and they said the notes, I tried to get a bit more out of them. They were very closed, but they said the official notes are vanilla, bergamot and pear. But I think there's quite a heavy dose of ambroxan and something a little bit spicy, and also I get sort of like a bit of a orange blossom type feel from it as well. So it's beautiful. It's too sweet. When you first spray it, it's too sweet, but it calms down and it's just fucking addictive. Like, it's crazy. That's why I've used that much in less than a month. That's why. So that hype is real, in my opinion. Right, just quickly catch up. There's quite a few comments. David's asking what everyone's drinking. Barry's got milk. Holly's got coffee. Holly says Labelle is not easy to find right now. I'm hearing that. So there was a lady on my Instagram yesterday said, where did you get it from? Well, I cannot find it. And I had a look, and she's from the States. You can get it here in the UK. There's a few places you can get it from online. So maybe there's an issue in the States of getting it. So I'm sorry about that. Joss says, damn it, I slept on this one. Well, do you know what? You can't get them all, can you? I'm sure I bet it won't be long till you've got it though. I think you'll like it. Barry says the juicy pear has come out again. You know I like to get my pear out, whether it's juicy or not. Tara said, I ordered Labelle after watching your video about it. Should be here soon. I'm excited. Brilliant. I hope you love it. I really hope you feel the same way I do about it. Rich says, I eat pears now and shit like that. Oh, well done. One of your 5 a day there. Heather says, I'm going to try that one. Rich says, shout out to all the pears. Pears forever. Lots of fibre. Nice juicy pears. Tim says, is your Mongoland candle still burning? Yes, it is. Is yours not burning then, Tim? Here it is. Yeah, it smells good. Yeah, I don't know how much it's projecting, but it certainly smells good up close. Eric says, what happened to the fragrance you were working on, Claire? I thought you mentioned you would include pear. Yes. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise I'd frozen. Yeah, the fragrance is still actually in progress. So we had to start again. And there's been a few, obviously there's the main issue that we all know about. There's been an issue, interruption with the perfumer moving to another country, and we had to reformulate the whole thing because the Hey Absolute we were using changed. You couldn't get the Hey Absolute that she'd made the mods with, and the new material that she could get was, I mean, absolutely beautiful material, rich, and it was richer and much kind of like thicker and stronger than the Hey Absolute that she'd been working with. So it completely transformed the whole thing. So she's still working on it, but obviously there's certain situations going on that it's definitely massively delayed, but it's not over, it's not done with. It's definitely something that we're hoping to get out, but yeah, could take time. But we didn't want to release, when we did the fragrance with the new material, something strange happened and it smelled really good, but when it dried down, to me it smelled like a milky cup of tea. That's how I described it, and to some people they'd probably really like it, but it just wasn't what we were going for. So yeah, it's still being played with. Tony's here, sneaking on at work. My phone will be in my pocket, only listening. How brilliant. Thanks, Tony. Nice to see you. Barry says Tony's eating Mr. Kipling's pies. Hopefully no cake wrappers in his pocket. Right, okay, I've got another fragrance for this category, and that is Worth the Hype. And my Worth the Hype niche option is Zoologist Bee. So when this got released by Zoologist, it got a lot of hype. Vloggers, bloggers, really loving it, really hyping it. And I was very, very lucky that Victor was kind enough to send this bottle to me, and I actually unboxed it and sniffed it for the first time live on a live stream. So many of you would have been there at the time, and I bloody love it. You can see I've got through quite a lot. I have given away some samples and decants, but I've got through quite a lot. It's absolutely beautiful, rich honey. To me, it's honeycomb. It's a honeycomb scent, but it's zingy and zesty and happy making in the opening, and then it gets sort of smoother. I get a little bit of like a sweet almondy type feel from it, a little bit of incense. Someone said in a comment the other day on one of my videos about Bee that it was full of incense. It was, and they didn't like it. They said, why does everyone have to put incense in perfumes? So I wouldn't have said it's a massively incensey fragrance, but obviously to some people's nose it is. This is not a blind buy, absolutely not a blind buy. It's quite unusual. I love it though, absolutely love it. So for me, the hype is real, but definitely sample first. Oh, Brandon's off. Bye, Brandon. Thanks for popping in. Barry says, Rich, how many Vine Pair videos are there? Deanna says, oh my gosh, my end all to Bee all. Absolutely love Bee. It's ruined me for everything else. I love the incense in there. Jim says Bee was a blind buy, but I love it. Barry says, I'm going down the pear rabbit hole after this. Yeah, I'm going to be doing an epic pear video, by the way, Barry. I'm waiting on some more bits and pieces to turn up. Someone very, very kindly, who's lived over in the States, is sending me a couple of decants of 2 pair fragrances I can't get hold of that sound amazing. So I'm waiting on those turning up. I've got Angeli's pair from Nicolai that Lola sent me a decant of, and I've got loads of other pear fragrances. So I'm going to be getting my pears out in a video, and yeah, we'll talk about pears. David prefers a melon to a pear. So you probably like Millesime Imperial then. Sybil says, why did I not like B? Too sweet. I'll give it another go though. It must be missing something. I think I like Moth. Yeah, see, Moth to me, it was too dirty. When I wore Moth, I reviewed Moth, and when I wore it, I was conscious. I actually felt like slightly conscious that I smelled unwashed. And even though the fragrance is really interesting, the development is really interesting. It's not linear, it's the opposite of linear. But something a bit dirty, a bit too dirty for my taste about it. Rich says, I like a pair of melons. Homeboy loves a deleted message. Heather says, how do we get that twat back in the chat? That rhymes, brilliant. I don't know what he said. I didn't see it. Yeah. Oh well. I had a troll the other day, didn't I? That was fun. I hadn't had a troll message for so long. It was quite a cutting one. I think I was slightly disconcerted by it, because it was, normally troll messages are quite inarticulate. So the stupidity softens the blow, if you like. But this is quite articulate, like there was grammar and all the spelling was good, and yeah, it just was a little bit disconcerting. But you know, you can't let these things get you down, and you have to think, well, actually, I look at the positivity that comes my way. It's human nature to focus on negativity, and I'm not going to do that. So I just think, well, actually 99.9% of what I get from people is positive. In fact, it's amazingly positive. So I can't let one self-loathing little asshole get me down. So I'm not going to. Barry says, I wonder if Homeboy is the pear guy. Rich says, bees fucking reek smelly gits. I don't think, do bees smell? A bee weed on me earlier on this year. That was fun. It didn't smell though. I didn't taste it, but I did smell it. Rich says, did you know bees don't have an immune system? No, I didn't know that. Just says, good call, Claire, because so many love you totally. Oh, thank you. Heather, does he know he's blocked or he's typing dumb stuff? David says, ignore the keyboard warriors, all due to a failed wank. Leave them be. Scott says, and the gang is hunting him down anyways. Rich says, bees absolutely stink, absolute BO. Really? I had no idea. Next time I get a rescue a bee and have it on my hand, I'm going to give it a sniff. Tara says, I agree, Claire. I would get troll comments sometimes when I used to post videos, and it would bother me, even though 99% of the comments were very kind. Yeah, and that is psychologically, it is a fact that it's a part of the human thing, human condition, to focus on negativity. Like, you can't help it. You'll see it, you'll worry about it, you'll think about it. Whereas if you actually look at the list of comments, and all the ones above it and all the ones below it are all really nice, and you'll go, oh, that's nice, and you'll feel nice for a second, and then you forget about it. But the one that's not nice will bother you. So I think we just need to be aware. If you're aware of it, then you can be, it's easier then to kind of like, okay, I'm going to put that on my mind now. David says, ignore them, Tara, ignore them, Claire, however difficult, whole lot of love for you. Thank you. Barry says shout out to all the pair. Oh, Ben's here. Talking sense, Ben. Hi, Ben. Nice to see you. Cheers. What are you drinking? What are you wearing? What are you buying? Get it all out there. Right, I've got some more frags to go through. We're not done yet, you know. Where are we now? Right, that was worth the hype. So now we're on not worth the hype. So it's kind of, I feel slightly bad about this. I feel like it's not a bad fragrance, so I'm just going to put that out there first. A lot of people really love this. It's Valentino. Is it Valentino or Valentina? I think it's Valentino. It says it on here. Valentino Donna Aqua. So it's a summer version of their Aqua. And this one I blind bought because of the hype, and this is hyped up by lots and lots of female reviewers, and the opening is really beautiful. I feel like people love the opening and they don't necessarily concentrate on the dry down, or maybe they really like the dry down, but to me it's kind of like marzipan, icing sugar, but floral and a little bit clean and soapy at the same time. It's a really nice opening, but the dry down's kind of floral. Maybe it's just too floral for me and it loses the gourmand stuff, just has a hint of the almond, but loses the density and the sweetness, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, cherry blossoms, and it's nice, but it's not hype worthy. I could live without that. It's a sort of fragrance that could be a day-to-day, wear it to work. Also, I felt the performance wasn't brilliant, so I would top it up after about 4 or 5 hours, I think, which is fine. It's not an expensive fragrance, so I'm not complaining, but I just don't think it's hype worthy. That's my opinion, but the bottle is hype worthy, and I like the way that it's kind of like ribbed for her pleasure. Well, not ribbed as such, but you've got all these little bubbles to give you this sensation, you know. Bottle's lovely, really lovely. The opening's lovely, but the dry down's a little bit mediocre. That's all. That's all. Right, let me catch up with some comments. Centaur says some people get weird entertainment from trolling. Yeah. Ben's buying much too much. Finally picked up Lover's Tale. Oh my god, you got it. I made you do it. I'm an enabler. Joss is asking Tara, is she not posting anymore? Yeah, so did you do fragrance videos, Tara? Mavid says Valentino make a lovely bottle. They do. I really like the men's ones as well, the Uomo and the other flankers. Holly says the new Donna in Roma is hot. Heather, Sybil is at Mongoland. I missed you saying the name. This one is, oh, you can't pick it up by the lid, by the way. I just found out. Oh no, maybe I hadn't secured it properly. You can. I hadn't put it on properly. Right, it's Valentino Donna Aqua. Hilary had to go back to the effing grocery. Forgot my regular vehicle keys. Was driving the grooming van at the time. Oh dear. Sybil says I love Moody Boo reviews. Yeah, she's fun. Talking says, Ben says you make me spend far too much money. That's about 400. I'm in the hole from your recommendation. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. So Tara did beauty, no buys, financial responsibility, and psychology of shopping videos. Well, that sounds kind of fun. It's quite possible I've watched your videos, but I just don't recognise your name. That's all. Tara, second channel. Yeah, a frag video, Tara. Come on, think about it. Think about it. Rich says, Hilary, have you been squashing any asses recently? So is that sort of like anal gland squeezing that we're referring to there? And Jim says, oh Tara, that this isn't the room for financial responsibility. No, it's really not. It's really not. Particularly at the moment, I think at this particular time, I'm pretty sure we're all buying stuff way more than we normally are. Yeah, this is not the place for financial responsibility at the moment. Nope. I'll tell you what I've got coming in a minute, if I can remember. Actually, there's one thing that's kind of relevant to that. Right, let's have a look then what we got next. What's that say? From the house. Okay, favorite fragrance from your favorite house. So I'm gonna do a designer and a niche because I can. So we'll start with niche this time. One of my favorite indie brands, so it's not just niche, it's indie, is Papillon Perfumery, and my favorite fragrance from them is Bengal Rouge. I've got Tobacco Rose and I've got Angelique. Bengal Rouge is my favorite. It's rich. There's honey in the opening with this spicy tonka. It's cozy, caramelly, beautiful amber. Goes a bit almost chocolate, somewhere between chocolate and caramel on my skin. And the lasting power is crazy. It's ridiculous. 12 hours minimum every single time, and that's not just me. Loads and loads of people all say the same, that it lasts forever. Crazy. But what I love is the way that it just dries down. The honey in the opening. Honey's not my favorite note. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't mind it, sometimes I actually don't like it. It almost makes me think of honey and lemon. It's kind of got this not medicinal smell, but it makes me think of honey and lemon, like when you're ill and you have honey and lemon throat sweets or whatever. But it's the dry down. After that first hour or so, something special happens. Magic happens. And so if I was wearing that on a night out, and I think that's a really amazing night out fragrance, a date fragrance, I would spray it at least an hour before I left the house to get to the really cozier, sexier side of it. But yeah, Bengal Rouge is my favourite fragrance from my favourite indie house. Let's have a little look-see. Christy's here. Hi, Christy. She says hi to everyone. Eve says Bengal Rouge is so lovely. David says no bottle, love for that one. Ben says Bengal Rouge, another one I need to buy very soon. And Jim says Tom just did a video on all the Papillon fragrances, great review. Yes, I loved that video, that was brilliant. I'm so glad he loved them, because Tom's got a very specific taste. He's quite discerning, and Tom and I don't always have the same taste. So for example, he didn't particularly like Dendera from Centauri, where I love it, but he really loved all the Papillon perfumes. So yeah, I was glad about that. Hilary's done probably 10 different sets of anal glands today. Fucking hell. Ooh, oh, hang on. I've got 10% battery, so I'm going to plug this in if I can. So bear with me while I plug this thing in. Oh. I need to lift that up there. Crikey. That goes there. Oh. And we'll just get this in here. Oh, can't reach. Can't reach. How do we do this? Right, okay, maybe that can go on my lap. Right. Here we go. Right. We're charging, but I've got wires all over the fucking show now. Oops. Oh, dearie me. Oh, sorry everyone, this is all going wrong. The wire moves the thing. Oh, anyhow, itchy face. Okay. Right then. Eve says, I love how this chat went from Bengal Rouge to butts. Hilary says, when in doubt, I always talk about butts. Joss says, you never know what's going to come up here, and that's why it's so much fun. Eve, you never know. Oh, yep, sorry. And the more anal glands I do, says Hilary, the more perfumes I can buy. Yeah, so basically squeezing anal glands is funding Hilary's perfume purchases. Ben says the go-to icebreaker. Talking about butts. Barry says, can I help you, Hilary? I could do with some new bottles. Barry wants to go squeeze anal glands. Hilary says, I'm completely overrun. I could totally use some help. I'm about to start looking to hire some assistants. Well, that's really good though. Brilliant. Christy says, way to look positively at the anal gland squeezing. If you get an assistant, Hilary, you can maybe pass them the anal glands and you can do the slightly more pleasant stuff maybe. Jim says, too bad perfumers can't use the stuff you're expressing. If you can use well vomit. That's a good point, isn't it? Hilary says, interesting point, Jim. Every dog smell is so different, has such a different texture. I wonder how they do that. Maybe you should start experimenting, Hilary. Make your own anal gland perfumes. Tim says, Bengal Rouge is so good. I love and have Anubis, Old School Leather and Dryad for a green spring. Everyone should at least have one, by Liz Moores. I agree. Absolutely stunning perfumes. This is a lady who spends years perfecting every single perfume she releases, which is why there's only a few out. I think there's 5 perfumes, because she doesn't just churn them out. These perfumes aren't made for the market. They're not made to sell. They're made with love. They're made to Liz's particular specifications. And I think they're amazing, and you can tell that when you smell them. Sybil says, I'm joining you with a beer now. Yay! Cheers! Scott says, so we see a fragrance called Lassie. You know where that came from. John says, sorry I drifted off. John, you've fallen asleep. Oh my God. How rude. How very dare you. Right, we're nearly there. What have we got left? Right, what do we have? Bengal Rouge was my favourite niche perfume. So we now have my favourite designer perfume from my favourite designer house. Now, some people will argue this is not a designer house. I don't give a flying anything. This is Guerlain. So yes, they are not a designer house, but they sell their perfumes right next to designer perfumes in department stores at the same level of price. So they're not a designer brand because they don't sell clothes, but they do sell makeup and skincare. And I'm calling them designer for the sake of this video. And so it's Guerlain My Insolence. This is a discontinued flanker of the original Insolence, but it doesn't smell that much like Insolence. I had some on my hand earlier, had a shower, and it still smelled really gorgeous on my hand. I've got 2 backup bottles in the post. A lovely lady on one of my videos got in touch and said she bought, off my recommendation, she blind bought 4 tester bottles of 50ml My Insolence, but it didn't work out for her. Would I like to buy them? So I decided not to buy all 4, so I'm buying 2. So I've got this bottle, I've got a new 30ml bottle upstairs, and I've got 2 on the way. And I've already got through, there's an empty 50ml bottle out there that's going to be going to a bottle collector, and I've got through a couple of 30mls, I think, yeah. So yeah, that's my favourite perfume from my favourite house. It's discontinued. I should maybe tell you how it smells, although most of you probably have heard me going on about this one already. But for those that don't know, it's got raspberry, it's got almond blossom, lots and lots of vanilla, and kind of smells like musk, almost like powdered sugar, but it's not particularly sweet. Almond blossom, I don't really know what that really smells like in real life, but it comes off in here almost like laundry musk with an almondy hint. So it's not heliotrope. If you know what heliotrope smells like, heliotrope is often used to give off an almondy scent. That is not what this is. This is musky, clean laundry musk with an almondy hint. It's absolutely beautiful. It's quite transparent, it's not thick, it's not too sweet. The vanilla in the dry down feels very natural and very expensive. It's very Guerlain, very Guerlain. It's not like modern day designer fragrance where the vanilla is very cupcakey sweet. It's more refined. So that's My Insolence from Montguerlain. That is my favourite fragrance from my favourite designer house. Okay. And Tara's having a margarita now. She's clearly stopped working. Rich says, does anyone like ASMR? Joss said, I had my son fix me a G&T. He's almost 24. Cheers, Joss. Cheers, Tara. Cheers, everyone else who's got a drink. Life's good, right? Oh, there's some noises coming up. Oh dear. Holly says, I think I need something stronger too. Go for it, Holly. Jim says, Joss having make me one too. John says, I'm awake, it's very warm and relaxed. John says, Christy, I've been looking at Shalimar. Is the souffle nice? I say souffle. The correct way of saying it is souffle. So it depends where the accent is on the word souffle. So in France, depends where the accent is. So souffle if you mean dessert, or it's souffle, it means a breath. And with the Guerlain, it's breath, souffle. Hilary, thank you. That is really, really kind. That's going to go to Happy Endings Rescue and will help out animals. So you are doubly helping out animals, Hilary. Not only do you squeeze anal glands, but you're also now contributing to animal rescue here in Kent, so thank you so much. Jim says, is the regular insolence good? I almost bought it. I find regular insolence is like a fizzy, vibrant hit of violet, almost a bit sharp like hairspray. What else is it? To me, it's almost a bit aldehydic. I don't think it officially there's any aldehydes, but it's kind of sharp violets. I think it calms down, but the opening's quite sharp. I like it, but I don't love it. I don't need to own it, even though I'm a violet lover. Whereas my insolence doesn't really I don't think there's any violet. It's none listed, and I don't pick it out. I don't feel like there's violet, so it feels like it doesn't even relate. It feels like a separate fragrance to me. Hilary says, I love the Souffle Intense, and the Souffle is quite nice as well. Christy says she does like most of the Shalimar flankers. Joss says, cheers everyone. I'm going to do another cheers. Oh, Joss, thank you. That's so nice. Thank you, Joss. That is brilliant. It's definitely going to be a much healthier figure next time I get a payment from AdSense, so I can send over to Happy Endings. Oh. John's going to look out for the Intense. And Barry says, with all these ladies in here, which is a better Shalimar for a guy, EDT or EDP? I may have asked this before. I don't know. I don't know them well enough for that. Who's that has just sent me some? Tony, thank you so much. That's so kind, Tony. Thank you. And as I say, it's all for the animal rescue place, so it's brilliant. We have Olfactive Stories here. Hi guys, I saw some light. Nice to see you. Tim says, I just blew out my candle, wax all over my hands and clothes. Please don't blow. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm going to leave mine going for a little while. Apparently with candles, Tim, when you first light a candle, so the first time you light your scented candle, you should really leave it for a couple of hours, and then that burns a nice pool of scent, and that means that when you burn it later on, it doesn't burn like a tube down the middle and not reaching all the other wax. So it's like kind of like a way to extend the life of your candle and make it burn better going forward. That's what I've learned from the candle community when I got into that for a little while. David says, Happy Endings sounds like my sort of thing. Yes. Tara says she likes Shalimar cologne. I've got Shalimar cologne, but I was a little bit unsure. Part of me was worried it was a fake because the sticker wasn't right. It was uneven. Barry, oh, that's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Can't be a happy ending, he says. Thank you so much. You do realise $9.99 doesn't get you a happy ending. Christy says she's the cat. She's doing that at the door. Come on in, you little bugger. Come on in. Hello. Come up here. What's that noise? Come on in. Itchy face. Hilary says, thankfully I don't have to pay for my happy endings. Yeah, I think if you give yourself a happy ending, then it's free. But if you expect it from anyone else, then well, it might come with, oh, sorry. It's because I've got the charger on. Oh, I've got the charger on my lap. Oh, it's all going wrong. And I've got the laptop. Right, I'm going to put the laptop down and we'll straighten this shit. Sorry. Right. Oh, it's because this, I can't get this thing to stay, it won't stay still, like it won't lock in place, but I need the charger. So I've got that on my lap. there's a knot of oh see, this is what I'm talking about. It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong, everybody. Yeah, it's all going wrong. So let's get the laptop and hopefully not get this all wrong. Okay, olfactive stories. Karin says, I love Shalimar cologne, great for the season. Barry says, can someone lend me a penny? David says, it's all going pear-shaped, isn't it? Isn't it? All going peak Tom. It's all going sideways, says Holly. Right. Dave says, is it right that Habit Rouge is the masculine counterpart to Shalimar? Does anyone know that? Eve Spiders, gotta go. Thanks Claire for another wonderful live. Bye everyone. Bye Eve, thank you. John says, bloody hell Claire, naked flames, alcohol and wires everywhere. We don't want to see the end of you just yet. Yeah, it's a bit messy over here. Right, I think have I got any more fragrances to talk about? I think I do. Right then, favourite house. We've done favourite house, favourite fragrance. I've got one more category. Oh, Joss has got to go. Me too. It was fun to talk to you all. Great live as usual. Thank you, Joss. So this is my last category, my most used fragrance. So I've got two because I can't quite figure out which is more used. And it depends on the timeline of it, really. We'll go back to the one I just told you about, My Insolence. This is most used if you go across a longer stretch of time, because I first got my first bottle when I moved into my house, which was August last year. Since then, I've got through quite a lot. So I've used, that wasn't completely full, but I've used quite a lot out of that bottle, and I've used another 50ml and a 30ml at least, and so I've got two backup bottles en route. So this is one I use a lot. So that, not so much recently, or I've sprayed it a little bit since I had two bottles now en route to me. I've started spraying it again more. Where did I spray it? Did I spray it? Can't remember. Yeah, that smells like it. And the other one is another one that I've also just mentioned, is La Belle, because that's over a shorter period of time. So I've had that less than a month and I've used half the 50ml bottle ish, about half. I think we're about half. So that is most used, certainly for the last month. Absolutely. Love it though. What am I wearing? I can't remember. Did I tell you my scent of the night? I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm sure I must have told you all what I was wearing. I can't remember. No, it is My Insolence. That's why. It is My Insolence. That's my scent of the night as well. Yes, it is. I really love this. I want to spray it somewhere. So I've got Paris on this arm. I've got My Insolence. I'm spraying, at the moment, I'm having to spray perfume more on my shoulders. and avoid here a little bit because I've got perfume rashes, so I get like itchy red blotches and stuff. So I've just chucked a load of aloe vera because it was really quite itchy. So I need to like really leave my neck and my chest alone, which is my favourite place to spray fragrances, because this is where it really radiates nicely from. But I can't at the moment. Well, I have done, but I'm trying to limit it a little bit. But I do my shoulders here and here, and I'd still do my neck but a bit higher up. But I do wonder if I'm allergic to perfume, because it's weird how I keep getting all these problems, but mostly it's on my face problems. But yeah. Right, let's quickly read some more comments, and then I will probably end things in a little moment. David says, get to the bar, Claire, top it up. I've still got some in the glass. Tim is going as well. I see Heather saying goodbye to Tim, so I assume Tim has got to go. Yes, Tim, it's been a lovely evening. Good night. It's been candle-tastic. Bandit is out, but says hi to Sweetie. Oh, nice. He's named after my #1 fragrance. Oh, wow. Fracas? PK Bandit, isn't it? Yeah. Well, that's cute. So Joss has said goodbye. We all say goodbye to Joss. We say goodbye to Tim. And we've said goodbye to Eve. Empty Senses here. Says tardy today. Hi, Smurfy. Christy says, intervention for Claire's label addiction. Have you been spraying non-stop again? I've been trying not to. I have calmed it down. I haven't worn it as my scent of the day, but generally speaking, most days I end up spraying it on me somewhere. So yeah, it's a problem. Oh, is Hillary going? Scott's just said something. Oh, she said toodaloo to Joss. That's fine. Okay. Christy, if you snap a rubber band on your wrist every time you feel like spraying label, maybe it will last longer. Do you know what though? If I love it, I think I just need. I was thinking about this earlier. I was thinking, do I need to stop? But what's the point? If I feel like wearing it, I should wear it. So if, you know, I've been thinking about getting a backup bottle, but then it's not like it's going to be discontinued. It only got released last year. I don't need to get a backup bottle until it's at the end. But part of me now, because I've only got half a bottle left, part of me is feeling like I need to be careful with it. But that's silly. So yeah, these inner conflicts we all have with perfume, I think is quite funny, quite amusing. Barry says, bye all, early start tomorrow, it's been emotional. Bye Barry, thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Christy says, do they have a womanly size label? Yes, there is 100ml, so I've got the 50, but if I get another one, it will be the 100 for sure. I'd really like to get, I don't know if they do it, I'd love a matching body cream. That would be amazing. So maybe when Christmas comes, maybe they'll do a set with a body cream. I would love that. Karen says, if you like it, wear it. Yes, definitely. Okay, right, so I think we're all caught up. So I've done the tag video. It only took me, how long has it taken me? It's only taken me 124 minutes. So go and check out the other tag videos that are out there. As I said, Gabby Loves Perfume's done it. I'm trying to remember who else has done it now. I've forgotten. There's a few people that have done it. Delicious Delights has done it. So search for perfume. I think it's Fragrance Collection Tag video, and you'll see obviously Joss started it, and there's a few videos now that are out there, and they're fun and they're interesting, and they're all more like 15-20 minutes, not 124 minutes. But I just thought it would be fun. I sometimes think it's fun to do these things live. It's a little more interactive, so probably watching it back for people is a bit too much of a commitment, but you know, I mean, I might do it. What do you think? Should I do a condensed video? Let me know what you think. Should I reshoot a pre-recorded 15-minute video with everything that I've just done, or is it not worth the bother? Let me know what you think. For people that don't have time to watch 5-hour live streams. Oh, Stephen's here. Hi, Stephen. Do you like Lancome Treasure La Folie? It's gorgeous, sweet, fruity, powdery with some soft rose. I don't think I've tried it. I remember trying a flanker of La Nuit Treasure, but I don't think it was that. I'm not sure, but it sounds good. It gets a lot of love, that one. David says ASMR for me and bed, good night. Oh, Hilary says 5-hour long live streams are what keep me going. Ben says I missed a lot, so I'd watch it at least. Well, in that case, Ben, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to re-record a brief condensed version of this video for those that are short on time. Ben, yeah, I'm with Nerdy Fragrance Reviews. Love a long live stream. Yeah, it can be fun, definitely. Right, so I feel like we're coming to a natural close, so I think I'm gonna leave it there. Hilary says maybe I should do a ASMR bedtime fragrance video. That would be awesome, Hilary. I'm up for that. Definitely. I need to learn how to do ASMR. I think I quite fancy doing it, but I'm not entirely sure where to start. And I feel like, am I doing it right? I don't really understand the concept completely. I can make noises with stuff, and I can whisper. This is my glass of wine, but it's not really wine. Diet Coke. Here's the stem. Here's the base. It looks like a mermaid. This is how it sounds when I drink it. I don't think that quite worked, did it? Oh, John saying good night to everyone, sweet dreams. Holly, Claire, you've got a great voice for ASMR, thank you. Everyone's saying good night. Jim says it's working already. David said I'd watch it. Tara says thanks, it was fun. Night everyone. Stephen says doesn't sound right. Claire, stop. Hilary says the gargle put me over the edge, more like a happy ending video than ASMR. Olfactory, sorry, stop. There's a girl doing it in French, but she's brushing a wig while she's whispering. I find it quite creepy. Yeah, that would be a bit creepy. Well, thank you so much, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure to host you here in my house, and it's been a bit of a party, and I will see you all very, very soon. Look after yourselves.